Yeah, what the hell? I mean, yeah, what the even is this? What is this? Holy this guy. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't think it's any secret that Pokemon scalpers, TCG scalpers, and just scalpers in general are some of the biggest douchebags that you can encounter online and in the retail wilds. And I'm sure you guys have seen the countless clips of people online, or people, if you can even call them that, Pokemon scalpers, coming in to retail stores like Target, Walmart, and Costco. And sometimes it can just be a single person and they'll come in and buy out the whole stock while there's a whole line of people off the back waiting to just get like one or two things. And honestly, as somebody who's new to collecting Pokemon cards and other TCG cards like Magic the Gathering, I'm actually very shocked at how bad it actually is. And I remember for the first couple of weeks of me trying to actually, get into the hobby and buy these things, I've been having an extremely hard time finding anything anywhere. So basically for like a week or two straight, I would go after work to my local Walmart to see if they had any Pokemon cards in stock or anything like that, specifically Destined Rivals. But every single time I went, there was nothing. The only things I would ever see are like, those like assorted card packs that have like 15, 20 cards and they're just kind of like randomized Pokemon cards. I would see like that shit there. And then the other thing that I would see is like, I think they're like the Pokemon Championship decks. That was like the only Pokemon products that I would ever see in stock at Walmart. And even then, some days I would be going to Walmart again to check if there's any Destined Rival stuff. And then some of those like assorted packs would be like sold out. And then the Hawaiian Championship decks would be sold out. And I was like, yo, like this is crazy. So what this kind of taught me is that getting Pokemon products at MSRP in this day and age is pretty much impossible. It's pretty damn hard if you have a job. If you don't have a job, it might be a little bit easier because you don't have as much time restriction. You're able to go to these stores basically right when they open and get any of the product they have. But yeah, for the 9-to-5 Andes out there, pretty much impossible. But you know what? Stay hopeful because I have been noticing a shift in that trend recently. And I'm going to start off that discussion with this right here. Yeah, that's right. You're looking at a Prismatic Evolutions ETB bundle with the booster pack bundle right there. I believe this was going for 99 or 110 Canadian dollars retail at Costco. But the more important part is the fact that this item specifically, this 2-pack bundle right here, was limited at 2 per customer per membership, which is great to see because that means, theoretically, that means at least that no one jackass can go in and buy 20 of these and then go and cash out. You know what I mean? I guess Costco got fed up of the Costco brawls happening inside their stores and with anything Pokemon related. Some of the main moments that I can think of personally is just like some of the Pokemon 151 stuff. There's actually one clip that actually pisses me off so much. It's this one clip of this guy, and I know you guys have seen this, but it's this guy.
Oh, man. Come on, I gotta take.
You gotta ask my boyfriend.
Here, one. Go.
I gotta
One.
take one more for my. Come on, please.
Another one.
Get one more for my.
I'm
girlfriend,
sorry, man.
please.
I'm
Just
sorry.
One. You have like 10 of them.
I
More than 10.
I fought for it too, man.
Sorry, we also get it for our friends too.
Oh. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Who goes in and he picks up like 10, 20 boxes or whatever. And then one guy's like, yo, hey man, can I get one of those boxes? And then the guy's like, one, you can have one. It was like an adult talking to a child, but it's like another adult. And I was like, bro, listen, man, you can say what you want about me, but if that were me and some guy had 20 boxes and he said one to me, bro, I'm taking at least 2. I'm gonna take 2 just because he said to take 1. But man, dude, I don't know. That pissed me off. But you know what? We're staying positive. We're gonna stay positive because Costco has been introducing new limits on Pokemon products. So why do I say this is good in theory? Well, First of all, I just want to say that I did try to get this this 2-pack bundle online, but unluckily enough, I actually had my Costco membership and it expired right when this product basically dropped. So, but you know what? Yeah, I did miss the online drops for this, but I actually tried my hand for the first time ever at trying to get one of these in person, an in-person Costco Pokemon drop, and yeah, it did not go well. First of all, I'm in a couple Pokemon like Discords that kind of like talk about like where you should get product, when you can get it, and all that kind of stuff. And I saw that there was like a drop happening at one of the Mississauga locations near me, right? So, I'm completely naive to how these drops usually go, so I had no clue about this going into it. But I drive there. I woke up early. I thought I woke up early enough for this. But I woke up around like 7:30 a.m. or something like that. And the plan was to be at Costco by 8:15 or 8:30 p.m. But yeah, I did get there. And I noticed, weirdly enough, that Costco was already open at that time. So I was like, the hell? What's going on here? Like, I thought that Costco strictly opened up at 9 a.m. because that's specifically what it said, like on their website and on like the Google Maps and stuff like that. I didn't know that they opened up earlier for like certain members or for Pokemon drops, that they actually open up sooner sometimes to clear out that whole commotion. Which first of all, I think is a really great idea. I think it's great to just get the animals out there, get the degenerates out of the Costco as soon as possible. We want to keep the Costco a family safe space. We want to get the animals out of there, right? I like that. I think that's a great idea. I just wish I knew about it, and that's on me for not knowing that. So that sucked. But you know what? I saw in this Pokemon group on Discord that that there was actually another drop happening at another location, not too far away from me, maybe like 15-20 minutes away from me, in Burlington. So I get in my car, I drive there, and as I'm driving there, I see in the Discord they're talking about how they're starting to accept people in early again. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna miss another drop. This is crazy, you know what I mean? So I drive all the way there, and by the time I line up and I get in the line and everything, I think it was about 9 o'clock. And yeah, I just saw the people walking out with their prismatic booster bundles and stuff. And I went up to one of the guys. I was like, hey, like, you know, is this still is there still stock up there? Like, should I keep waiting? And he's like, nah, bro, like that's it. He told me there was like five more products like on the pallet they had there, and then they were pretty much out of stock. So I was like, shit, man, that sucks. So I did miss the in-person drops too, but the more important thing that I do want to talk about here is the fact that even though there was technically supposed to be a limit of like 2 per person, like 2 per customer per membership, there was still moments, and I saw people talking about like this in the Discord group, and I heard about this on like other social media platforms, that actually people would, you know, go in line, buy their prismatic booster bundle. They buy 2 of these because there's a limit of 2 per person, so why wouldn't you, right? But then after that, people are going back in, looping around, and then buying more, and then they just keep doing that over and over and over again. And there's this crazy video that I saw, and I'll probably have it on screen playing somewhere at some point. But basically, it's like it's like a pallet or like a huge like skid cart of just prismatic evolution booster bundles, and it's like all these like broccoli haired kids just like reselling them to everyone in the parking lot. But you know what? I'd rather it be some broccoli haired kids than just some grown ass men going in, buying all the product, and then reselling the parking lot. At least these are just some kids trying to hustle. But the problem with that is that if kids are going in and basically buying up all these prismatic booster bundles on their mom's credit cards and stuff like that, and going onto the parking lot and reselling them, that means that a lot of people who are just going to try and enjoy the hobby can't just go in and enjoy the hobby at like a reasonable price. They automatically have to pay a markup because someone bought in all the product with the purpose of reselling it, right? And I think that's where Costco needs to, like, you know, come back, recollect, and be like, hey, like, we should be actually, if we're saying this is going to be limited to per person per membership, then they should be honoring that policy, right? They shouldn't be allowing the reloops and stuff like that too. Because I don't know, I'm gonna put myself into a company's perspective in terms of just being worried about profit and stuff like that. Honestly, I think it makes more sense to instill these limits still and stuff like that, because no matter what, this is, are you kidding me? This is 100% going to sell out. Anything Pokemon at any like major retailer is basically going to sell out right away. So I think having people reloop, I think stopping from people from relooping isn't a huge problem in terms of the company getting their profit and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, if they allow people to like come in and reloop and stuff like that, I feel like it just kind of brings like a negative light to the retailer. But yeah, it's Costco, right? So it doesn't really matter because they already have such an amazing, huge reputation that little things like this doesn't really matter. But on a store by store, like on a location by location basis for Costco, it could potentially matter, because it could mean that instead of one person going to one specific location, they might go to another location because maybe that other location doesn't allow reloops, and then they have more of a chance of getting their hand on products and stuff like that. Again, I don't really think it matters. I think it's going to sell out no matter what location or whatever practices. But I think just in good faith and good light, I think it's good to just like limit people from relooping and stuff like that, because then it gives people more of a chance to get their hands on product and stuff like that. Yeah, what the hell? I mean, yeah, what the fuck even is this? What is this? Holy shit. Fuck this guy. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So yeah, what I just showed you on the screen right now isn't even the worst it was at. When I first logged on to Facebook Marketplace, like the day these started dropping around me in Ontario, like every single post when you scroll down was like a Prismatic Evolutions ETB Costco bundle box. Like every post was related to that. And prices were around like, usually I think they started around like 160 to like 200. Most of the posts right now seem to be around like 180, 200. I got mine here for 175, and the reason I did buy it from the secondary market, first of all, I refused to buy it from anybody who had like 5, 10, whatever many different like boxes and stuff like in their pictures and stuff like on these posts, because like I don't know, man, I just can't be supporting that type of greed, man. Like that's just crazy. So yeah, I just bought off some guy who had like, I guess like an extra one that he got, and he got his from like an online drop. But anyway, I mean, my reasoning for getting this was like, okay, at any local LGS like in Ontario, this right here, like just the Prismatic ETB alone, you can only find for as cheap as like 160, maybe 150 if you're lucky. Well, that's the cheapest you can find, just one of these normal Prismatic ETBs, not like a Poke Center, just a normal ETB. And then on the other hand, right here with like the booster bundle, these I think the cheapest you can find like an online game store, like or like a local LGS is like usually $100 to $90, but like $90, man, I haven't seen it that cheap at an LGS for a long time. On Facebook Marketplace, the cheapest you can find an ETB for is probably like 110, 120 or something like that. And then the cheapest that you can find the booster bundle for on Facebook Marketplace is like 75. So basically, it still made sense to get this at 170 or 175 Canadian, because based on all the other options for purchasing this, it's just this was the cheapest option, right? And I think it came out to around $12 per pack when I did buy this. For 175, it comes out to I think like $12 per pack or something like that, which is one of the best prices I've seen for Prismatic Evolutions booster packs in a long time. So that was kind of my reasoning for this. I also just bought it because I wanted to have it as like a video prop. Actually, in my next video, I plan to open this as well. I plan to open the ETB and the booster bundle. So super excited for that. But yeah, that was kind of just my reasoning for getting that. It's just like I missed the boat with the online drops for the Costco, the online Costco drops. I missed the in-person drops. So it was like, all right, it's now or never kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that's why I decided to hop on that. And I'm kind of glad that I did hop on it, because from what I'm seeing on screen, it seems like prices are starting to trend back up into that 180, 200 range or whatever, right? So sucks, but it is what it is. I'm just glad I got my hand on some product, and looking forward to doing that next unboxing. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I just want to I think Costco, with this whole new 2 per person rule, and some locations honoring the no looping and stuff like that, I think we're on a good path. I think we're off to a good start with the war against scalpers and just trying to make sure that Pokemon leads into the hands of true collectors and people can have fun with the hobby. So, although I am shitting on Costco a little bit for the looping and stuff like that, I think they're off to a good start. And more into that light of kind of like major retailers starting to, I guess, get more serious about the war against scalpers. I think Walmart has been starting to do a good job at this too, because Walmart, at least the locations near me, and you guys can let me know in the comments down below if your Walmart locations are doing similar things to this. But at my Walmart location, specifically near me in the GTA, I've been noticing that even those locations, like the Walmart locations, are limiting 2 items per person. And it's interesting how they're doing it. I'm going to flash a picture up on screen of kind of like what my view was when I went to Walmart the last time. But basically, they have like this whole card cabinet where basically everything behind the glass is like all TCG cards. It could be sports cards. It could be Pokemon. It could be Magic the Gathering. I did see a lot of Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering packs there too. But in that whole display, you are allowed 2 items. 2 items per customer. So what I originally thought, and I'll show you guys what I got there. I got 2 of these. Some I believe they're called, and forgive me if I'm wrong for this, I'm new to the hobby, I don't really know, but I believe these are called Pokemon blister packs. Is that what these are called? Anyways, there are 2 packs right here. I'm gonna zoom in right here actually. As you can see, there are 2 Destined Rivals packs with the 2. Is that, would you call that hollow? I guess you would call that like hollow. It's like a hollow promo card for Eevee. And you get this cute little flip coin right here. I thought that was like the cutest thing ever. You know what? Like I told you at the beginning of the video, I would go to Walmart sometimes just to see and check if they have anything. And lo and behold, the one day I went in, fresh new restock. Completely fresh new restock. I think I went in around like, I think like 9 or 10 p.m. It was right before I was going to the gym. It was like late at night, so I didn't even think they would have anything. But, bro, I lucked out. Fresh restock. They had all these Destined Rivals packs right here with the coins on them and stuff like that. Not all of them had the EVs on them, so that was one thing to note. Some of them had different promo cards that I don't know the names off the top of my head right now. But yeah, in that whole cabinet, there was these Destined Rivals packs right here. There's also Journey Together sleeve packs, Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy packs, Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy collector decks. I mean, not collector decks, just like the regular non-collector version decks in there and stuff like that, like the precons. And you know, the range of the prices on the products ranged everywhere from like, I think these were like $10 each. The sleeve packs for Journey Together were $7, $8 each. And then the decks and stuff, like the Final Fantasy decks and stuff like that, those were around like $100, $150 or whatever, right? So my initial thought when I got to the display was like, oh, it's a limit of like 2 per item, right? So I can go in, I can get my 2 Destined Rivals packs, I can get 2 Journey Together packs, because even though that set gets a lot of flack because I guess the scalpers overscalped that set and it's not that popular and stuff, I don't know. I looked through the set and it seemed like there were some pretty cool looking cards in there, so I'm like, screw it, I'll get some of those as well. But I talked to the lady at the Walmart who had the keys, the master keys to the vault, the vaults containing all the Pokemon cards. And she was like, yeah, no, this is like limit 2 per the whole cabinet. So in this whole cabinet that has cards from everything, sports cards, Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy, Pokemon cards, other games too, and I'm maybe not thinking of like One Piece and stuff like that, you can only get 2 items from that whole cabinet, and then that's it. Then you gotta go. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That sucks. Like, I wish I could get more, but at the same time, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, damn, this is good. This is a good change. This is the change that we need to see at these major retailers if we want any hope in anybody actually getting their hands on this product that isn't a scalper just buying out the whole cabinet, right? So it was a bittersweet moment for me. I was like, damn, I really wanted to get more cards, especially these Destined Rivals packs. I wanted to get more of like the Eevee cards and stuff like that. And shout out again to this to the worker there. it might be like a store policy or like a Walmart policy, but she actually let me go in and just pick like the ones I want. It wasn't like a random thing. Like I know sometimes when you go to like GameStop or whatever, they just give you like a random pack. No, she let me go in and I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to grab the 2 Eevee ones because like, I think Eevee was the best one there. Like, I think there was like Eevee, there might have been Tyranitar, I could be wrong. And then like another Pokemon I just can't remember for the life of me. But yeah, I was pretty happy to see that change. Just to test out this whole limit 2 per person thing and to see how fast these things would sell. The next day, I actually went after work again to see if I could get my hands in. I was like, I was trying to finesse like 2 more of these packs, right? I was trying to see if I get my hands on 2 more of those booster packs, right? Nothing in stock. And I was like, holy shit. I was actually pretty surprised. I was pretty surprised to see that they all sold out that fast. Maybe it caught wind in the community and people were finding out about it and stuff like that. Or maybe people were just going in organically and just seeing, oh my god, Pokemon's in stock, let me go buy it up. You know what I mean? But I was pretty hopeful after my interaction with that employee yesterday that, you know, it didn't seem like a scalper could just come in and buy these things all willy-nilly anymore. It just seemed like people were just going in and it was organically just clearing off the shelf, you know? And I think that's the best thing so far that I've seen in terms of like being anti-scalper was the system that Walmart has set up. You know, there's not really an opportunity for people to do reloops because everything's kind of behind like a sealed like glass case. And like kind of like comparing that to Costco, it's like, oh yeah, like you just loop around, people will give it to you. You know what I mean? Walmart's doing it right in the sense where it's like you got a limit of 2 per person. I guess that's like limit 2 per person per day, I guess. Just based off my interaction with the employee again. So I feel like Costco can really do the same thing. Like I said earlier, there's no problem. There's going to be no issue in selling out Pokemon products. It's just the difference is just seeing if more people can get their hands on it instead of just one person with very deep pockets or their mom's credit card or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to kind of talk about the war that the major retail stores are kind of waging on scalpers and stuff, because I mean, it's great to see. Like I said in this video, things aren't perfect. There's still like looping. There's still like people scalping these. Other thing that I didn't mention in the video actually as well is that there is even sometimes I'm seeing talks about people at Costco doing like backdoor deals for like these Pokemon products and stuff like that, which is insane. Don't even think that's legal, but whatever. But things are starting to get better. We're seeing these 2 limit per customer per membership things from like Costco. I know Walmart's also been experimenting with limited drops as well for memberships as well. Like I think in the US there was like a Walmart membership exclusive drop or something like that for Pokemon. I forget what product it was. It might have been Prismatic Evolution tins. I think it might have been like tins specifically. But this is just we're heading towards, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel and we're approaching it slowly. You know, there's no longer people rushing in for like, there's no longer people bum rushing in to Costco to try and fight people for like Pokemon products or anything like that. I think those times are kind of behind us. We're becoming more civilized as a species and advancing as a civilization. So that's very great to see. Yeah, you know what? If we continue to see this trend moving forward of just like more and more organized and limited Pokemon drops, I think it's going to be a really great thing for the hobby, and it's going to be really bad for the scalpers. And you know what? They deserve to lose. Fuck those guys. Fuck you, scalpers. But yeah, guys, things are starting to look a lot better when it comes to actually getting your hands on Pokemon products. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well for future content. In my next video, I'm planning to open up this bad boy. I'm going to be doing a full video about that, and we're going to see what we can get. I know the pull rates on this set are absolutely terrible. I haven't gotten too much great stuff myself. I have got one thing. I did manage to get my hands on this Prismatic Evolutions Golden Pikachu. I managed to get this. I guess it counts for something, you know? I know it's not like the most like crazy card in the set, but I don't know. I love Pikachu. Who doesn't love Pikachu? I think it's a great card, and at least I pulled something. But I guess we're just gonna have to see if we can keep the trend going of getting good pulls with this set. So that's it for me. I'm gonna end this video with Golden Pikachu in 3, 2, 1.
Pika-pee.